Nashville. Tennessee and Vanderbilt will play this afternoon. So we're going to actually have a 2-hour show today. We'll be off at 2, and for some of you, that's sad, and some of you will probably celebrate that. But don't worry.
Yes.
We will still do celebrity birthdays at 1:45.
So Jared in Spring Hill, buddy, today's for you.
And burner accounts that were having some fun last night, don't worry, it'll be there too.
Yeah, I love it.
I always be knowing. But anyway, we're excited to be here today.
Yes.
The Titans have unveiled their uniforms. I like them.
Absolutely love them.
I love them. I mean,
I love them. They look great. They did a great job last night. The reveal was great. The party was great. People were great. They look good. I like them. They look good, man. And a lot of people don't. And that's fine. That's your prerogative.
No, actually, here's what I think a lot of people do. I heard Robbie and Rexroad say it was 80-20 positive, and I think I agree with that. I mean, yeah, there are some people that are like, well, they're the Oilers, and they are, and that's okay. Now, as Paul Kuharsky put out on his Twitter account, the Columbia blue and Titans blue are different, which they are. But I like that they have done kind of the throwback look, which tells the entire story of the franchise. Because here's the thing, and I want you to listen very closely to this for the people that are hating on it or Houston fans or whatever. The city of Houston did not own the Oilers or the colors. Bud Adams did. And now his family owns it. So get over it. I get it. You enjoyed it. But they owned it, and the NFL let them keep it. So it is theirs to do with what they please. So the Adams family ultimately decided, hey, you know what? Our fans liked it, which they did. Our players liked it, which they did. Let's go back to it. And it's a different, again, it's Titans blue, so it's a slightly different shade of blue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting bogged down in the minutia.
Love the block numbers.
Yeah, and we're selling hats. The hats look fantastic.
I'm going to buy one today.
I'm on board this. Yeah. And then I know we got some sound that Burke Nihill was on the show this morning, and he said a comment, and we'll probably play it, that they looked all around the world for a new design, new whatever, and they ended up with what was across the street. And he didn't go any further on that. Farther is a measurable distance. Further is to exceed the point. He didn't go any further on that, and I found that, like, all right, I'm a little curious about that. But again, I think it looks great. I like the color. And, you know, the first time they put the throwbacks on, remember that game Will Levis burned the Falcons? Looked great.
DeAndre Hopkins had like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, like, this looks great. I'm all aboard. But the bottom line is that going to help you win any games? Absolutely not. But when you do, it's going to be pretty cool. And by the way, Robert Saleh last night, badass. I'm telling you, man.
You were there.
On board, yes.
How was the atmosphere?
Great. It was
looked
great.
Packed.
Only thing that they did wrong, and I was talking to a few of the media members last night, they should have done the reveal last night like they did on Broadway. SEC tournament down. Yeah. Now, I know what a piss, but I'm telling you, nobody was at the SEC basketball games last night. Nobody. There was no crowd there last night. You do that jersey reveal at night at 6 o'clock like they did at the Pinnacle, you got 100,000 people going bananas on that. But I thought the Titans did a great job of the reveal. Everything was good. Saw Jeff Fisher there last night. Eddie George came out and talked. Javon Curse was there.
Jason McCourty was there.
I didn't see him.
He was at,
Okay.
He tweeted.
We laughed, though, because they did a thing with what's the new guy that took Mike Keys? I can't remember his name.
Taylor Zarzour.
Zarzar?
Zarzour.
Okay. They did a backstage, right? And he's interviewing, like, Delaney Walker's backstage. Sheamus is backstage. And we were laughing like, please, God, have Mike Vrabel back there. Just sitting in a chair. And, like, Corey Curtis had a phone. He's like, but he's just sitting there, and you don't acknowledge him.
Yeah,
the camera passes by, and Vrabel's just sitting there. I'm telling you, that would have been fantastic. But great job to the Titans last night. And I'll tell you again, we said every day, we really bang on that franchise quite a bit. They're doing things better and correct now, and that reveal last night was good.
Burke Nihill came on our morning show today. The Titans came by the station, dropped off some gear.
Hats?
hats and all sorts of things.
Damn it, Rex Road. You better not have taken it.
I will say that, yeah, we've been hard on them. And there were times they deserved it.
Yeah.
And I think they have taken that criticism and that feedback. You know, they've made some moves with some people and brought some outside people in that I think have helped them. And look, kudos to them that they are doing things right. We'll see on the football field with the signings that they made, and then obviously got to get to the draft. But and look, Amy Adams-Strunk was there last night. She should have been there last night. I would have been fine if she had said something. Did she say anything? Or
No, I was
video?
there.
Okay. I mean,
Sometimes you don't need to talk.
sometimes you don't need to. I do think she needs to be front-facing on some things, but I'm not going to be picky. Burks made the rounds, which that makes sense. He's the president, so he's made the rounds on certain things. So look, they should be very happy with what they've done, and I think a majority of the fans like it. You're never going to make everybody happy. You know, I saw people kind of hating on the guitar string thing. As a Nashvilleian, I love that. The Predators did that too with their numbers. I am totally fine with that. So overall,
good. Yeah,
I think they did a really nice job with it. And I know there has been some stuff circulating. You know, I like the navy blue too. My guess is you're going to get that.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be the third.
So that leads into the question of the day, which is very simple. Do you or do you not like the Lula? I want to hear from as many people as possible, because how often are we all together positive on a certain subject?
I know.
All right, and I want to hear what you guys think. 615-737-1025. Our question today is, yes or no, do you like the uniforms? And they expound on it. If yes, you like them, why? No, if you don't. And I think it's great. I really think there's a new vibe, a new energy from over there, and I think it begins with Sala and those guys and the signings and how excited they are. I really think this is a new day for that football team.
4312 just hit on something that I wanted to bring up, and I'm glad he reminded me to do that. He says Houston fans can go bang on a trash can about being mad. No one in Tennessee cares about their opinion. And then he said the jerseys minus a red face mask are perfect. I don't mind the white face mask. However, I hope that they might be open to, give me a red one every now and then. Give me because I saw somebody did a mock-up of what it would look like with a white one, a red one, a navy blue, and a Titan blue. And I like them all. But I
haven't seen these.
But I'll see if I can find them. I think that's something they should play with, of maybe moving them around.
Okay, I need to see that. I remember
the red face mask is pretty badass.
All right, so Pittsburgh Steelers fans, you'll remember when the Steelers went from the gray face mask to the black face mask, and it was badass. Remember when the Bills went from gray to red?
Yep.
It looked terrible. So I got to see it on a player.
Do you remember when Peyton first came into the league, the Colts had a blue face mask?
I do not remember that.
And then they went to a white face mask, and the white face mask looks much better.
Yeah, so I don't mind colored face mask. Again, it's not going to win you a football game, but I like the look, and I think it's cool. But when the Steelers went to the black face mask in the early 80s, Bradshaw had one of those. Mean Joe Green with the cage face mask. They look good, so I want to see it. But overall, I like Jeffrey Simmons looked like a badass last night in that uniform. So good.
Cam Ward too.
I'm all about all that. I'm all about it. I think it looks great.
So, and I've seen mock-ups too that I think for the rivalry jersey, I think you'll get navy.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you what I would do with that. I would do the navy top, and I saw one that had the Music City script.
Yeah, you sent me that. Is that real?
No, there was a mock-up.
All right.
I would do the navy top. Now, follow me. Red helmet and red or gray pants.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
I think that would look really slick. It's different.
It says Music City's pretty cool. I know that was.
Yeah. That was
kind of cool.
But they have that logo. Like part of the logos they unveiled is there's one that says Music City.
I'm on board with it, and it's fine. But I want to hear from you guys what you think about it, because this is, after all, the People's Show.
It is the People's Show. 615-737-1025. We will take your calls. We will take your texts. Driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. And, of course, our question of the day, as always, is presented by Aries Tactical. Your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. First-time shooters shoot for free. Just tell them that I, Chase McCabe, sent you. Check them out at ariestactical.com. We're live today at T-Line in West Nashville. Come by and see us. Got a lot of people out here bowling. They're doing some curling as well. And we're about to eat, but we'll take your calls and texts. Coming up next, Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
Resonates most with our fans, with the city, with the state, with our players, with alumni, about this team, where we've been, where we are today, and ultimately what their hopes and dreams for the team would look like. We started that process really high up in the funnel, asking a lot of questions and fan surveys, and we did some pretty specific focus groups along the way to get, really into the weeds about what people loved about the team and what it meant to them to be a Tennessee Titan. And over time, this is ultimately what came out of that process. What we heard was that fans and Nashville and Tennessee really wanted their NFL team to represent the state and the city in their branding even more. And so we tried hard to do that. We heard that they loved the throwbacks. The players loved the throwbacks. Our fans loved the throwbacks, but they wanted something in that throwback look and feel that was authentically Tennessee, that was Nashville for the future. And then lastly, they wanted something that was timeless and classic. When we put other logos in front of them, they're the college teams and professional sports teams, the ones that resonated with them were the ones that where the look and feel and the logos made sense in 1950 and 1980 and will in 2050. And so with all of those objectives in mind, we ended up kind of carving this out of the marble, and we were really proud to show the world last night.
That's Titans President Burke Nihill. Is he president? Does he have another title?
I don't believe so, that I know of.
Look, he was great. I like it. And got the good word out there. Welcome back to the Chase and Big Joe Show live at T-Line here in West Nashville. We are taking our question today is your thoughts on the rebrand, the Titans' new logo, 615-737-1025. Dr. Crane, let me tell you this. When I was in college, a journalism professor said, in your lifetime, this is when the paper was really big and people still read the paper, which they still do. And people say, papers, they're not. People still read the paper. You know what a large font is, the 72 type font on the big headline, right?
Oh, yeah.
So he said in your lifetime, you'll have maybe 5 to 6 of those big headlines your entire life. Think about big headlines, right? The Challenger, they're usually negative things, like when Kennedy was assassinated or the Challenger explosion. I'm talking big things. In your lifetime, only 5 to 6 of the things will happen. With the rebrand of a franchise, that's only going to happen maybe once, maybe twice in your lifetime. That's why what they did last night was a big deal. That's why what they did in 2018 was a big deal. What they did in 1999 was a big deal, right? That's 3 rebrands in the last 27 years. Before that, it had been back to 1960. So last night was a big deal. These don't happen every other week. And so with Burke talking about that and feedback from the fans and players, everybody, I really believe the Tennessee Titans hit a home run, to use a baseball analogy, last night. Not a grand slam, about a 3-run homer, but they did it correctly.
Agreed.
And I'm good with it. And look, the red face mask on the white looks like what they did with the Oilers.
I think that's 2 Oilers almost.
It is. You're right. I'm good. And I do not like the blue.
Blue?
But the black is pretty cool. I like the black.
No, it's navy.
Is it navy? All right. Navy. I like that. That's good.
But you have, they have options. I like the white. I think the white's fine. But I think have the red as, do that with something, but it's a little too Oilers.
Right. On our text line, let us know, 615-737-1025, 8771, Stephen in Clarksville. So the team becomes the Titans in order to get away from the Oilers likeness, adopts the Greek look of the uniform, then goes back to the Oilers look or the musical touch, gets rid of all the Greek look, but retains the Titans name. Am I getting that right? Yes, you are. Stephen, have you ever dated a girl That's exactly what they do. They change their mind on the fly. You adapt with it, and you still love them. You still love them no matter what, and that's what that is. But you are spot on with all that. And it's about 60-40 yay to nay on our text line today.
But here's the deal. You're allowed to change your mind. I mean,
Oh, here's a good one.
In 2018, when they changed, I think if we're all being honest, you put us all on a lie detector, not many people liked it. I mean, you kind of got used to it. You embraced it.
Right.
You didn't like it because it was a change, but it also like trying to lean too much into the Greek mythology stuff and trying to, it was probably Nike trying to be a little too futuristic. And it just didn't work. And what are you seeing across sports now? You're seeing everybody kind of go back to the throwback and go back to the old school look.
Yeah, good nostalgia.
And I think that people are embracing that more is because you went too far. I go back to when the Predators rebranded in 2011, I think it was. That was a huge shift because you went to a color in Preds Gold that was so far from what people knew that, I mean, it was a shock. Like when they first unveiled those uniforms, I was like, that's a lot of yellow gold.
It is, yeah.
But guess what? Now it's their brand and you're used to it.
4312, I love this. They just need a new mascot now.
A lot of people have talked about
Absolutely, 4312. Goodbye, T-Rack. Hit the bricks, pal. It's been fun having you around, but goodbye.
Okay, so let me ask you, what's wrong with T-Rack?
It's tightness. It's different. I mean, I think it's run its course.
Okay.
Get rid of
That's fair. I mean,
it's not like he sets the mascot world on fire.
He doesn't, but here's my thing. This is where I'm going to get old Nashville protective. And I know you fall in this too. I liked it because it was different and it was our state animal, which I guarantee you there's probably 30% of our listeners that have no idea what that is. And that's why I was okay with T-Rock from the beginning. I was okay with keep. Now, if you want to change it, change it. That's fine. But that's Tennessee. That's the state animal. And we're a great city that's grown, and we got a ton of new people that are moving, and we love you and thank you and welcome. But there are things that I want to hold on to that are ours, that have been here from the moment they were born. And that is the music stuff, the raccoon, all that. So I'm okay with keeping T-Rack. But that's coming from a Tennessean and a Nashvilleian since the day I was born.
What does T-Mac think about this?
Yeah, T-Mac, what do you think?
Okay, I'll tell you what T-Mac thinks about this. First of all, when Burke Nihill said that, he was listening to the fans and stuff like that, I think he heard us wrong. First of all, I don't hate the uniforms. But what I do hate is the fact that it looks like they're trying to phase out the navy blue. I don't like that. What I think they should have did with the uniforms is, of course, have the Oilers look, but on the part where it says Tennessee, instead of making that white, like make that navy or something, so that it does pay homage to the Titans without looking completely like the Oilers. And I think they should have had a navy uniform. They got the blue one, they got the white one, and then they got a navy. Because I was looking at the Houston Texans thing when they unveiled their uniforms, they had 3 different variations, 3 different helmets with 3 different looks. So I just don't know why we went with one look. We should have had 2 different style helmets. It's just I don't know. I just wanted them to incorporate more Titan.
So do you like the uniforms? Do you like them?
I like them, but I wish there was more Navy on it. Maybe the word Tennessee, instead of making that white, make that Navy. Or something, just more Navy on the uniform to pay homage to the Titans. Because it's too Oilers for me.
I hear you. I hear you on that, T-Mac. Thanks for the call. Look, I'm just going to reference it. I know that Burke Nihill did some other interviews today. And in one of those other interviews, he said, be patient with us on the dark blue.
Okay.
So that tells me that the Navy is going to be involved somehow.
All right.
And I'm one of those that, like, if you're going to rebrand, unveil it all at once. But the draft's coming up. They got the rivalry uniform set. So my guess is you're going to get at least 3, potentially 4 at some point.
2513 says he'd like to see me in a new blue-collar Speedo, shirtless, holding a sword with oil all over my face as our new mascot, and the mascot hashtag DadBod. Right? That'd be fantastic. Now, Mike Organ texted in. I don't know if this is Mike or not. Says Ken Wisenhunt was there last night, and he did not like the new uniforms. I think that's a joke. Thank you, Mike Organ. Better joke writers. Come on with that. So, 2076, no need to connect with Houston. This is Nashville. The Sounds original logo of the guy swinging a guitar. It's one of the best ever, which my dad created. 2076, your dad created the Sounds swinging.
Oh, that's cool.
A guitar logo. You mentioned that last night, how some of the colors resemble the Sounds.
That was Ricky.
In a way, which I was like, okay, I get it. But you're right. That Sounds logo swinging the guitar bat. Pretty cool. So good for you, 2076.
Yeah. I mean, look, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I like it. The more I look at it, the more I like it. And you guys
full
know,
uniform.
Right. And you guys know, if there's something that the Titans do that I don't like, I let you know. So I'm not being a homer. I like it. I don't mind the light blue.
Okay.
The white helmet looks slick.
Yeah.
So. But, again, to each their own.
And the Titans last night immediately put out a rendering of all that in the new Nissan Stadium, and I think it looked great.
Yeah.
I think it looked inviting and great. Sorry.
Dean wants to weigh in. Dean, what you got?
I just was thinking about, doesn't matter what uniform they wear. If they don't need to redo that, they need to redo it and redo football. I mean, you can put a lipstick on a pig, and you still got a pig.
Okay. Well, have you been paying attention to what they've done over the course of the last week?
I have.
Yeah. I mean, we got to see it. We got to see it on the field. But I think, I'd say they're taking a pretty big swing at changing things.
Well, uniforms look a lot better when they're wetted.
I 100% agree with you, and they got to do that. But they got a new coach. They got second-year GM. They got a new OC. They got
right.
I mean, there's a lot of different.
Have you ever tried putting lipstick on a pig, Dean?
I would like to see that.
I never have, but I can picture it.
Right. No, I mean, you know what pigs like? They like their tummies tickled. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding you on this. They love their bellies rubbed. They'll fall over like a dog and rub their belly. Yeah. So if you want to come to T-Line and rub my belly and put lipstick on me, I'm here all till 4 today.
Well, I probably would do that. But somebody might.
Yeah, we'll see. Dean, thank you for the call. Appreciate it.
Guys. Enjoy your show.
Thank you very much, Dean. We appreciate that. 615-737-1025. We'll continue with the calls and the texts. We're live at T-Line in West Nashville, and also all of our SEC coverage all week has been presented by Thompson Machinery, City Auto of Murfreesboro. Visit cityautomitsubishi.com. Maple Street Biscuit Company. Wake up to wow. Volunteer Hose and Gasket. Crown Royal. Live generously and life will treat you royally. Metro Nashville Police Department. Learn more at joinmnpd.com. Live here on 102.5 The Game.
Lunch break is gonna take all afternoon.
Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel on 102.5 The Game. Live at T-Line in West Nashville today. As the SEC tournament will continue. Tennessee and Vanderbilt this afternoon at 2:30. We'll have pregame coverage for you at 2 o'clock here on 102.5 The Game.
Florida right now up on Kentucky 26-20 with 7 minutes to go here in the first half.
You just completely stole my thunder.
Did I?
Okay. I was going to do a scoreboard update, but that's
You
okay.
can still do it.
Our SEC tournament scoreboard update driven by Toyota. Be listening for updates throughout the day. Toyota, let's go places. As Joe mentioned, Kentucky or Florida leading right now. Elsewhere in the MEAC, you've been watching this one.
I love it.
Maryland Eastern up on or trailing North Carolina Central 70-66.
The way you say MEAC is just right to
Isn't that how
the
you say
heart.
it?
Yeah, but the way you you enunciate it and put your passion behind it, just telling you, man, it brings a tear to a glass eye.
In the Mountain West, almost the end of this one, 1:26 to go. San Diego State leading Colorado State 65-55.
What year was that? They went to the final. Did they win it all, like in 23? San Diego State and Florida Atlantic?
Yeah.
In the Final
they
Four.
were in the Final Four.
Okay, yeah.
In Conference USA, Kennesaw State leads Western Kentucky 80-75, 5:49 to go in that ball game. In the Big 12, TCU up on Kansas 42-41 early in the second half. In the ACC, Clemson all over North Carolina 61-46. 11-13 to go in that one. That's interesting to watch. In the SEC, well, hang on. Am I looking at something from last night? I think I am.
And you got mad at me.
I know, I did. I was like, wait a minute. None of this makes sense. Hang on.
All right, man. I think you need to read it with the 1938 announcer voice. That'll get me going every time.
In the ACC today.
All right, let's try this again.
Okay.
I apologize. In the Big Ten.
There we go.
The Michigan Wolverines up on the Buckeyes of Ohio State, 55-52, 10:46 to go, and the second half. And the SEC and Nashville, Florida, leads Kentucky 26-20, 7:23 in the first half. Over in the Atlantic 10, St. Louis up on George Washington, 80-79. A minute 24 to go in the ball game. At the half, in Conference USA, Louisiana Tech 30, Missouri State 27. That game taking place in Birmingham. In the American Conference, UAB leads Charlotte 25-23, and those are the scores going on right now in college basketball. Coming up next, we'll hear from President Hoover.
Well done, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's getting it done. MTSU lost last night. The women also lost. But the big news today, Casey Alexander leaving Belmont to go to Kansas State. Somebody weighed in earlier and said, that's a terrible move. He is tripling his salary, and he's moving up to the Big 12. Look, we love Belmont.
Hold that thought. Sorry.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Adam Schefter. The Tennessee Titans are releasing cornerback L'Jarius Sneed, which will save $11.4 million. So it is official.
Okay.
So
we're going to release him, like drop him off downtown. Good luck, pal.
Yeah.
Kick him out like the casino or Goodfellas.
Take him to the airport.
All right. So correct me if I'm wrong here, Governor. Wasn't Borgonzi on the Chiefs side sitting that guy here?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
And they supposedly were pretty close. But, I mean, look, you have to. He's hurt. He hasn't performed for you. You're going to save $11.4 million.
It's terrible. Yeah.
I don't know how credible this is, but I did see a rumor that the Titans and Jawan Jennings have talked. So maybe. But you just saved enough money that I think you could make that move if you wanted to.
Look at you. You're like a young Adam Schefter.
So
L'Jarius Sneed, see you, buddy. Is he still in trouble for whatever from tapping in Texas?
I don't know.
Not our problem anymore. See you, pal. I mean, he had that one great play in the playoffs in the championship game where he knocked the ball out of the Ravens guy going in the score. And so, like, all right. And then, but you always wonder why a team releases or was willing to trade a good player. And that was it.
And if you go to the Fanatics website, they have L'Jarius Sneed Titans jerseys for sale.
Oh, go grab that. That's like a Honus Wagner baseball card.
Did you see it last night that, like, a Titans fan had won an auction or something, and it was a Tavondre Sweat signed helmet, and he got it the day Tavondre Sweat was traded. And so he was apparently there last night, and Sheamus, WWE superstar, came out with a new Titans helmet signed by somebody.
Okay.
And gave it to the fan, which I thought was cool. But so there you go. L'Jarius Sneed no longer with the Titans. We'll see on Ridley. I mean, there's part of me that kind of thinks they're going to end up keeping him. But there's a roster bonus due Monday, I believe. So
How much is that?
$1 million.
Ah, man.
So
Let's
they're going to make that New Jersey sale, so they'll be able to cover it.
Yeah, let's get rid of him. Clean house. He's terrible. Ridley's terrible. Can't catch a pass. Afraid to get hit. I mean, get rid of him. We saw what we need to see in the Denver game. Guy, goodbye. See ya. Move on. Move on from all that nonsense.
But back to basketball. Look, I'm happy for Casey.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing against Belmont. I think he had accomplished everything at Belmont he was going to accomplish. He had the really tough job of being the guy to follow the guy.
Yeah, he did.
And
right.
he followed Rick Bird.
But he did well. He's done well, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I know they didn't make the turn. That basketball team Belmont had before COVID in 20 was loaded. That was a damn good basketball team. But look, if I'm Kansas State, heck yeah, I'm grabbing Casey Alexander. And Belmont should be proud of that.
Yeah.
That a big-time basketball, well, not big, but a bigger school, a Power 4, wanted your guy.
I think you're going to see, Casey obviously making a step up to Kansas State. I would watch Nolan Smith, who we talked to earlier this week,
Gone.
at TSU. I mean,
Gone.
I know if I were a certain school, he'd be my first call.
What school is that?
Because you're familiar with him, Memphis. Because Penny ain't working.
Man,
So
Penny's a legend on our Memphis.
I
man.
know,
He ain't going
but
anywhere.
Nolan was an assistant there. You look at what he's done with TSU in 1 year.
Not in 1 year. It's been like
right in less than a calendar
7
year.
months,
right?
man.
So, I think if you're Memphis and you move on from Penny, you go ahead and make that call for Nolan Smith. I mean, if that doesn't happen and you're Belmont, you call Nolan Smith. I think, but
Look at you. You're
I'll be
like-
curious. I'll be curious of what happens there, but and who Belmont ends up hiring.
are like a young Jimmy Sexton.
I wish I had Jimmy Sexton's bank account.
You're moving guys left and right and leveraging against each other. Like, I don't know. I'm just an agent. I don't know what's happening. But, no, good for Casey. You know what? When he was at Lipscomb, he was so great. Goes to Belmont.
Yeah.
He's so great. He's such a good dude. And happy for him and his family making the move out there. Yeah, it sucks for Belmont, but then you go out and you find another coach and see what happens there. There are some good names. Mike Organ had a bunch of names this morning, like Evan Bradis. Is that a name? Am I getting that name correctly?
I don't have the list in front of me.
Okay, one of those guys. So good for Belmont, good for them, and move forward. And we love Casey, man. Maybe we'll have him on when he gets out there and becomes a Wildcat.
Yeah,
Because he's a tiger.
we do. So Alex Doherty had this story on Casey. That's interesting.
Hey, they're multitasking at the Tennessean.
Yeah, that's cool.
By the way, the Preds win last night.
They did not. They lost in a shootout, 4-3.
Oh, they got a point though.
They did get a point.
Okay, it's better than nothing.
They did. I did read this, or I wanted to put. John McClain put this out. Bob McNair was an Oilers fan. He had season tickets to the Oilers games for decades. Bud Adams got Commissioner Paul Tagliabue to give him in writing that no team other than the Oilers, who would become the Titans, would ever be able to use the Oilers' names and colors ever. That's the Titans had that. And John McClain also says, before and after Bob McNair was awarded an expansion franchise, he told me on multiple occasions how he wanted to be called the Texans. He wanted the Texans to forge their own identity, build their own legacy, and create their own history. He wasn't interested in the Oilers' name or colors because those belonged to Bud and his family.
I'm not.
So let it go, City of Houston.
Yeah, I mean, why would you want? Bud's not going to give it to you. Start a new franchise, new name. It's okay. It's okay. So good for the Texans and good for all that, and keep the blue there. Again, they're going to be yelping and back and forth for years. So it's a non-story to me.
I agree. 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. We'll have more coming from T-Line here in West Nashville on 102.5 The Game. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Little Brooks and Dunn on a Friday. We are live here at T-Line in West Nashville. Kenny the Mailman wants to weigh in on the uniforms. Kenny, what's up?
How y'all doing, good friends?
We're better now that you've called in.
Thank you. Hey, Che.
Yes,
I
sir.
hope this is not my penultimate call because of the capricious nature of Joe Dubin.
Get it?
Well done.
I have no idea what that means, but Jill Janik improved my vocabulary.
Us as
Good at
well.
that.
Yeah. Listen, I about like Chase. I pick on the Titans when they're wrong. They did an A- job. You know, a lot of us wanted a little more red in it. That helmet. But going to this color is really good because they just look like three teams now: Dolphins, Chargers, and Oilers. Or I'm serious, because when they had that Navy, 7 teams wear a form of Navy. And when you're when you look on TV, is it the Giants? Is it the Bears? Is it the Titans? I like it when you're able to look at a team and you know who it is exactly. So, hey, thumbs up on this move, and I'm going to try to learn some new words for y'all. Welcome to West Nashville.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Kenny. Appreciate it. You know what's funny? He brings up a really good point, because I hear people going like, well, they need their own identity. They need their own color scheme. Y'all realize there are only so many colors that you can use.
Right.
I mean, I know there are different shades of different colors, but, like, we got a pretty standard color system, and
Right.
that's it.
Let me ask, who do you think right now in the National Football – by the way, it's about 65-35. You guys like the new uniforms on our text line. Who has the best uniforms? The current regular uniforms in the National Football League, who has the best?
That's a good question.
I thought you immediately said the Cowboys.
I mean, probably.
They're standard uniforms.
I would say, for me, Cowboys. Silver helmet with the star, the white top, and the kind of the silverish gray
Not
pants.
the mock-up on Thanksgiving Day. Not that uniform.
No, but I do like that, because that was the
Just
OG.
your standard
Yeah.
home uniform.
I like the Colts all white look.
Okay.
That's very clean.
All right.
The Dolphins need to go back to their original look. If they did, it would be number one.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's really good.
Because again, you're unique with the teal green.
Yep.
If, like the Eagles, Kelly green is pretty good.
But that's not standard. I'm talking right now. No throwbacks, no rivalry, whatever nonsense.
You know what I don't –
Standard uniform right now.
You're going to fight me on this, I think. I could be wrong. Well, no, hang on. Before I say that, I don't mind the Giants. The Giants have a good look.
Which helmet? The one that says NY or the Giants?
I prefer the Giants.
Same here.
But the NY is okay.
Yeah.
I don't hate the Jets' new look.
All green?
The green helmet, but they went back to like the 80s jersey, the green jersey. The white looks really good, but like they kind of went with that semi-retro look. Now the classic Joe Namath is nice too, but like I don't hate it.
Yeah, to me it's the Packers.
Packers look good.
It's just that's the common uniform. I think the Packers look fantastic. So to this degree, like you're talking about, I mean, if they came out last night wearing yellow and white, like you're going to be accused of looking like somebody in something. That's fine to be accused of looking like the Oilers because you are the Oilers. That's okay.
You're allowed to be the Oilers.
You're allowed to be the Oilers, and I think I'm telling you, top to bottom, find a picture of Jeffrey Simmons last night. From top to bottom, he looked fantastic in that uniform. That's the look I really, really like.
7636 says, losing the Navy is a travesty. All Nashville professional sports teams use Navy as a common color between them. Also, I'm not a fan of the minimalist logos. It looks like someone asked ChatGPT to spit out a new logo for us.
Ugh.
That's fine. I mean, I think the Navy's still out in the sea, though. So,
man, you said you're going to hire new joke writers, and it's paid off.
Thank you. Craig says Seattle has a great uniform.
But that's the
I don't love it.
I like the old one. I mean, the old throwbacks. Now, if we do a thing about throwbacks, it's going to be Patriots, Falcons, Dolphins.
Okay, TD from Nashville. We did leave one off. Steelers.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, that's a pretty –
Hey, is it true? And I've read this years ago.
I like the Steelers with the block numbers as opposed to the one they have.
Because the logo's only on one side of the helmet.
Yep.
And it was because they didn't have enough money to put logos on both sides. And if that is accurate, that might be an urban myth or whatever, but if it's not, and they still have that look today,
I love it.
Is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
And they only paint one end zone.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Because I think that was the same thing. that it was they put Steelers in one end zone, and then they had the stretch. Actually, I take that back. I think now because Pitt plays there too.
Yeah,
I think they may have Pittsburgh, but like remember they had Steelers in one end zone and then like white stripes in the other one.
You know, World War II, they combined the Eagles and the Steelers for 1 year, called them the Steagles.
The Steagles.
True story.
Yep.
Because they were just didn't really field a team because of World War II. But yeah, I mean he's right. I mean the Steelers are probably that's one of those you retire to the rafters, you look elsewhere. But I really like this is the pack of the Bears. I mean the old looks.
The Raiders.
Oh man, we're leaving. We're trying, folks. We're trying. Remember the question we did out in Vegas? We went to people. Of course I did because I'm stupid. Like immediately, which eye is covered by the patch?
Left.
Right.
Oh right.
Come on, man. Nobody got it. I did it to Jim Wyatt. He was like, why are you so close in my face? And Buck Rising was sweating about it. I'm like, Buck, just answer the damn question.
That's why Buck hates everybody now because you just
right. I was like, which eye is it on, man? He's like, I said, I need an answer now.
Other people are saying to look at the lights.
Right.
I mean, just,
then he runs to his YouTube channel and says, hey, man. Anywho, man, you having a good day?
I am. We'll talk to Chris Sanders. We'll get his thoughts on the new unis. Coming up next, live from T-Line in West Nashville, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.